What's going on, friends? Here we are at Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk number 50, and it's time to kick things up a notch or 10. Now when you think of mobile homes, what comes to mind? Trailer parks? RVs? Tour buses? Well, none of those are going to get the job done for the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan needs a home on wheels that serves as a fortress for fighting or formulating felonies, and also provides options for rapid retreats when their reptilian rivals put up a little too much resistance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the Sphere of Fear. It's the Conglomerate of Chaos. It's the Foot Clan's own literal hell on wheels. Dudes and dudettes, get ready to take a look at and a ride in the terrifying, titanic, turtle-trashing Technodrome. The Technodrome is an iconic part of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles craze, featured in the first cartoon, video games, and Archie comics. Thus, it was no surprise at all that it was pretty quickly created in toy form, and boy, is this evil edifice ever enormous. Of course, I don't have the box to the Technodrome. This bad boy is hard enough to come by incomplete, let alone still in package. A few quick searches on the internet, though, will easily find you any spec info you need. Longtime TMNT fans can easily envision what the Technodrome looks like without even seeing it. The gargantuan light gray globe on top of a wheeled blue base. As is normally the case with vintage TMNT vehicles and playsets, the details are mostly in the decals rather than a detailed paint job. There are stickers indicating the interior lights through the divots in the Drome itself. On the base are decals of purple ooze, metal grating, and a huge Foot Clan emblem on the front area. There are guns galore all over the sizable spherical structure. We've got 4 red retractable hand grip laser guns on the front hemisphere, purple dome lasers on the left and right sides, and front and rear rock blasters, although the front one is actually just a third dome laser. There's a firing platform that can be attached to either side right beneath the dome laser, but it really doesn't pan out quite as planned. Due to the size of the figures and the positioning of the platform and laser, there's no way to have a figure standing or sitting in a practical position where they'd be firing. I mean, you could pop the dome laser off and simply have someone stand there, but there's no peg that would enable a figure to stand there while the Drome is moving. Ah well, it's not like this is the first time an otherwise awesome turtle toy came with a minor design flaw. The base has 4 twist and turn turtle Terran tractor treads to transport the T-Drome with. But as for the most important part of all, you know there's no way it can be the Technodrome without the enormous and evil I Spy radar. Now, what else would a villainous playset have besides weight, wheels, and weapons? Why, traps, of course! The Technodrome has a trio of terrible techniques to trap the turtles with. Around back is the spiked back portal cover. Whenever an unwelcome visitor starts sniffing around the area, the portal cover can fling open, knocking the intruder out and leaving them prone to being imprisoned. Shredder's secret door up front is not exactly a safety zone either. The element of surprise can entrap any outsider getting too close for comfort, as the secret door flings open, revealing the secret ooze pit. The pit is ultimately just a sticker of green gunk, but hey, there's no rule saying you can't dump a bunch of actual ooze in there. And that I Spy radar up top? It does a lot more than just sitting there looking evil. Let the hidden ramp fall forward and watch the ocular orb come crashing down on the Turtle Boys. Now I know what you're wondering. How did all of those traps work? Will the turtles be okay? All of these questions will be answered on the next half of the episode, which starts right now. Unfortunately for our heroes, the interior of the Technodrome is just as deadly, if not more so, than the exterior. To access the ominous innards, simply swivel open each of the two dome sides from the back. Then for stability, swivel down the red foot stabilizer on each side. Once each side is completely open, you can connect the black inner dome connection bridge from the second floor on either the left or right dome to the second floor of the center area. Attachable to the connection bridge are a pair of mutant manacles from which you can hang Colonian captives. The Technodrome only comes with one connection bridge, but I'm always on the lookout for another loose one, as I'd love to have one for each side. Man, where do I begin talking about the Technodrome's terrible territories? We could start with Shredder's Master Mutant Command Center in the upper left dome. It's got a nice sunken seating area for Shredder to sit in while monitoring mayhem. Providing the details are decals of screen images and control panels. You also have the controlling side of one of the outside retractable hand grip laser guns. However, unless one of these monitors is serving as an aiming system for the laser gun, I imagine zapping a target is pretty darn difficult. Below Shredder's Master Mutant Command Center is the Mutation Chamber of Horrors. By now, you know how much I love to play with slime, and the Technodrome gives me another opportunity to do so with the ooze-dripping scanner. Lay an unfortunate soul on the mutation mat and place a little bit of retro mutagen on the top of the hole and watch it ooze through. But the pain doesn't stop there. The scanner is an articulated arm which swivels in all directions, enabling Foot Clan members to give a turtle a good, thorough, head-to-toe sliming. There is also another of the retractable hand grip laser guns, but this time there's nothing at all to indicate a targeting system, so I guess since the Foot Clan are bad guys, it doesn't really matter what they're shooting at. Moving on to the heart of the Technodrome, which is the base area, we first have the terrifying torture device that is the spring-loaded Brain Scrambler. You insert the scrambler into the square peg and lay a prisoner on top of it. Strap the victim on with a rubber band and turn the scrambler several times clockwise. After doing so, let go and watch your poor suckers spin until their brains are scrambled and their guts puked out. In the dead center is the mutant jail cell, which is, well, a jail cell. The floor is decked out with decals of slime and gunk. Also, this is the area from which you push out the spiked back portal cover or Shredder's secret door. In the jail cell are another pair of mutant manacles to additionally impede escape attempts. Up above the mutant jail cell is a central control area of sorts. You have seats for the front and rear gunner positions, where two Foot Clan members can control the front and back rock blasters. Between the two gunner positions is a helm, which is not only the imaginary implement for steering the Technodrome, but is also the trigger for the I Spy radar. Right beneath the helm is the turtle trap trick door, which one had best tread lightly around lest they get led straight back down to the mutant jail cell. Over on the top floor of the right dome are Krang's creepy quarters. The cerebral psycho can sit atop his rotating life support throne. It's really more of a large peg that you set Krang on top of than a true throne, but it's still pretty cool. I love the two smaller pegs on the sides where you can attach Krang's mechanized arms that came with his mobile life support system from his first release in toy form. With his arms, he can now operate all of his control panels around him. Also in his area are another retractable hand grip laser gun, a decal indicative of his portal to Dimension X, and an escape hatch for when battles start to take a turn for Krang's worse. Through Krang's escape hatch is the weapons storage room. On the left side of it are yet another retractable hand-grip laser gun, and a knob with which you rotate Krang's throne. But more importantly, here is where Foot Clan members can stash their sinister supplements when they aren't using them. Some weapons can be mounted on the wall, and others can be placed in the floor containers. The Technodrome is one of, if not the, most iconic toy of the first Playmates TMNT toy line, and certainly ranks high in noteworthy pieces of toydom altogether. Honestly, what toy collector would not want one? The Technodrome is my personal holy grail of my entire toy collection. With that said, I figured the 50th edition of Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk would be the perfect time and place to review it. Got any thoughts or memories of your own to share about the Technodrome? If this is your first time seeing a Technodrome up close, I hope you enjoyed seeing it. And if you have or have ever had one of your own, I hope seeing it again brought back some happy memories. Any and all thoughts are welcome. Head over to www.radicalretro.com, where you can not only revisit all past installments of Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk, but you can also join the forums and share your thoughts, turtle-related or otherwise. Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk is part of the Pop Culture Network, which is home to lots of video, podcast, and written article series on tons of other awesome stuff, such as other toy lines, comics, wrestling, and plenty of other pop culture phenomena. Be sure to also visit the Pop Culture Network store, where I guarantee you'll find boatloads of merchandise that you can't live without. Plus, every time you make a purchase from the PCN store, you're supporting everything going down here at Pop Culture Network. I'm not sure what could possibly follow the Technodrome, but I guess we'll all find out next week on a new episode of Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk. And as always, stay rad.